Hey, it's the Right Rican, and today I'm going to talk about something a little controversial. What's new, right? No, but it's really a sensitive topic because it's about abortion and it's about the Texas law that just was passed. That the Supreme Court didn't put a stay on it, so it's allowed to go through because it wasn't a challenge on the law yet. It's a really complicated law. I just was reading about it and reading how it's basically there's no real enforcement to it. The state can't really enforce it. It's up to individuals to sue, um, basically to sue others. So it's really weird, but I find it funny that people were flipping out about it. You're talking about they say they could sue if you hear a heartbeat and you still perform the abortion, something like that. um but what I find funny is people are freaking out. They're like, oh, it's before people find out they're pregnant, and it's all this stuff. And I go, then maybe you're using abortion as birth control. If you can't go, okay, well, this law is really restrictive. So maybe what I should do is, if I'm sexually active, get an IUD, get on birth control, um, make sure the guy uses a condom, something like that. Something there's plan B if you get caught in the moment. Um, so there's a lot of different ways to prevent the pregnancy. But if you had sex and you fear that you might be pregnant, there's plenty of ways you could. Um, there's plenty of ways to find out if you're pregnant or not before this 6 weeks. So, but me personally, I used to be a 6 month person. I used to think that basically that you could be able to abort a baby up to 6 months. This is something that. Sorry, I'm just getting my. Forgot to put my timer again, like I always do. Um, not that, not my timer. Excuse me, my stopwatch, just so I could know how long I'm rambling on for. So yeah, so I used to be a 6 monther. I used to call myself a Democrat when I was younger, but this changed me. Let's see. This changed me right here. No, 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 no. So he changed me right here. Uh, he was born at 24 weeks, and this is my son fighting for his life. 24 weeks changed my whole perspective on abortion. Like I said, it used to be that I was up for 6 months, which is 24 weeks. That's when my son was born, and my son's 14 now. So he changed my perspective on what I feel on abortion. Now I'll go as late as 12 weeks, which is 3 months. Um, I think after that, after experiencing what I experienced with my son, unless the mother's life is in danger or the baby's life is in, or baby's in danger, there's no reason to get an abortion after 12 weeks. If you don't know and you find out late, that's on you. That's you being irresponsible. But there's a human life growing inside you. Whether you could call it a fetus. Look, a baby at 6 months, you're calling it a fetus. This is the this is a baby at 24 or 24 weeks or 6 months. They could live. My son, like I said, my son's 14. So for people to scream out about this law, it's handmaid's tale, it's forcing women to have. Look, you're the same people who want to force vaccinations. You don't want to give people choices about that because you go, oh well, you're putting your life, you're putting other people's lives at risk. Guess what? When you do an abortion, you're taking a human life. You could play semantics and give it a different name, but it's still human life. So I'm just going to go through this article here just so we could see a little bit about it. Excuse me, not this one. I think the Daily Wire did a better article on it than Fox News did. Here it goes. The ruling comes 24 hours after Texas law went into effect on Wednesday morning, banning abortions in almost all cases after cardiac activities detected in the unborn child. The court's decision sets up a potentially historic win for the pro-life movement. While Texas is not the first state, no, this is what the court's conservative majority rejected the abortion providers' request because of the law enforcement's mechanism, which separates it from the heartbeat laws passed in other states. The law deputizes private citizens, granting them standing to file lawsuits against violating abortion providers rather than authorizing state agents to police them. It goes here. It's unclear whether the named defendants in this lawsuit can or will seek to enforce the Texas law against the applicants in a manner that might permit our intervention, the ruling states. The state has represented that neither it nor its executive employees possess the authority to enforce the Texas law either directly or indirectly, nor is it clear whether under existing precedent, this court can issue an injunction against state judges and ask to decide a lawsuit under Texas law. Look, whatever choice you make, that's between you and yourself, you and your God, however you want to say that expression. If you could live with yourself, having an abortion, more power to you. It's painful. It hurts. You know, I it's painful. It should always be a choice of last resort. But the way these people are screaming is that it's birth control. Okay. And abortion's not birth control. I'm the old school Democrat. I believe with old school Democrats because I used to be a Democrat, which is safe, legal, and rare. That's the way it should be. This whole, now we're at a culture where people are promoting their abortions. People are talking about they wish they had an abortion. That's sick. We live in a sick culture right now. And where do we go with this? How do we justify our selfishness in killing these babies? Because that's what we do. Because it's our carelessness, it's our licentiousness, it's our irresponsibility that we just cavalierly kill life. It's like I said, it's taking a human life. And if you could live with this and think that there's no consequences to it, there's something wrong with you. If you can't, you may try to forget about it, or you may just, every now and then just go, wow, I should have had a 20-year-old child. Where I'm, and with stuff like that happens, it puts a strain on the relationship. You could have an abortion and you know, it could kill a relationship. It could kill a marriage doing that stuff. So there's consequences to that action. But if you're gonna sit here and complain about what the bill that they passed in Texas and listen to the hyperbolic talk of the media, abortion's not banned. It's damn near difficult, but if you're gonna have sex, you need to be a responsible person. So if you have sex and it's unprotected, like I said, Plan B. If you're not on birth control, take Plan B. If you know you're sexually active, get on the pill. If you're irresponsible with a pill, take the IUD. And at the end of the day, there's always a condom. Hey, look, you're allergic to latex. There's other condoms that you can use other than latex. So there's plenty of options. Abortion should not be the one that you think of to do right away. So this bill, in its extreme of 6 weeks, basically the Heart Week bill, I understand the outrage. But if you live in Texas now and you're someone that's having sex, you need to be responsible. You need to, like I said, there's plenty of options you have to prevent a pregnancy. Because I'm not one of these people that go, I'm realistic. I don't go abstinence till you're married. We don't live. I wish I could say that in an ideal world, that's the truth. Seriously, you know, you wait till you get married. You wait till you get married. You have sex. You could get pregnant. But we don't live in that type of society anymore. We live in a society, in a sexualized society, and people, you know, use instead of using birth control, people use abortion. And people are going to say, "Oh, you're being hyperbolic." No, I've known people who've had like 2 or 3 abortions in a year, and I'm like, "Why didn't you get on birth control?" Nah, I don't like it. Okay, do you enjoy getting abortions? I mean, it's kind of like I said, it's a sensitive topic. It's a controversial topic, but it's stuff that needs to be discussed, especially in the society we live in. People need to take, nobody wants to take responsibility, whether it's individual or it's societal, period. That's where we're at. And that's why the country is crumbling. No one wants to take responsibility. No one wants to say, you know, no one wants to tell their kids no. And that's what's going on. We have a bunch of politicians that don't know how to tell the country no. No, we can't do that. No, we can't afford that stuff. When there's other people that are like, no, yeah, we could afford it. We're going to buy your vote so we can get power. That's what's going on. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. The Right Rican, you follow me on YouTube and Rumble. If you subscribe to one, please subscribe to the other. You can interact with me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Gab, and Telegram. And that being said, have a good one, everyone.